The global financial landscape has just been hit with an earthquake, and if you're holding the Vietnamese Dong, your world is officially different at this very moment. We are breaking into your schedule with a development so monumental it is being described by insiders as the trigger event, the very catalyst that the global currency reset community has been anticipating for not just years, but for decades. Across multiple, verified forex trading platforms and international banking screens, the numbers for the Vietnamese Dong are not just fluctuating. They have fundamentally and irrevocably changed, solidifying into a new, stable, and dramatically higher valuation that is sending shockwaves from the trading floors of Hong Kong to the central banks of Europe. This is not a drill, nor is it a speculative guru report. This is the live, tangible reality of a sovereign nation recalibrating its economic standing on the world stage in a single, decisive move. The air is electric with a potent mixture of disbelief, validation, and frantic activity, because the long-held theory that a Vietnamese Dong revaluation would act as the precursor, the herald, for the even larger Iraqi Dinar event is now no longer a theory. It is a live scenario playing out in real time. The intelligence streams from our most trusted sources within the Tier 4B banking and International Redemption Center network are lighting up with a singular, urgent message. The dam has broken. The Central Bank of Vietnam, in what appears to be a perfectly coordinated and clandestinely executed operation, has allowed the Dong to find its true, market-reflective value, and the new live rate that is appearing, while still stabilizing, is a figure that aligns stunningly closely with the more optimistic projections we have discussed in this very community. Imagine the moment of realization for thousands of holders who are now checking their portfolios and seeing a currency, once considered a long-shot investment, now demonstrating the kind of strength that redefines financial futures and rewrites personal legacies. This shift is so significant that it cannot be contained within the borders of Vietnam. Its gravitational pull is instantly affecting adjacent currencies, most notably and critically, the Iraqi Dinar, which is now the subject of intense global scrutiny as every major financial institution and government on the planet waits for the next domino to fall. The question on everyone's lips, the one burning through every private chat and forum, is a simple one. Is the IQD next? The structural parallels, the geopolitical timing, and the sheer logistical precedent set by this VND move all point towards an answer that is becoming clearer by the minute. The coordination between the State Bank of Vietnam and the Central Bank of Iraq, long whispered about in back-channel communications, is now demonstrating its first public-facing result, proving that the framework for a managed, sequential global currency reset is not only possible but is actively underway. We are witnessing the first few minutes of a new financial epoch, an epoch where the value of a nation's currency is realigned to reflect its true economic potential and resource wealth, rather than being artificially suppressed by decades-old sanctions and geopolitical machinations. For you, the viewer, the holder, the person who saw the potential when others only saw risk, this is your validation moment, the proof that your patience and conviction were not misplaced. The data is organic, it is original, and it is being confirmed by multiple independent channels, all of which are reporting the same seismic shift in the foundational plates of the foreign exchange market. This is the news we have all been waiting for, and it is happening right now. As the initial shockwave from the Vietnamese Dong revaluation begins to settle into a new, stable financial reality, our focus must now laser in on the immediate and undeniable implications for the Iraqi Dinar and the intricate global mechanism that has just been set into motion. The live rate for the Dong, which we are continuously monitoring across a multitude of platforms to ensure absolute accuracy, is not an isolated anomaly. It is the direct and deliberate precursor, the proof of concept, for the exact same process to be initiated for the IQD, potentially within a matter of hours, not days. The intelligence flowing in from our network of forex watchers and contacts within international redemption centers indicates a state of unprecedented preparedness. These facilities, which have been operating in a quiet standby mode for months, are now receiving the preliminary activation codes and verification protocols to transition to a fully operational status. The Tier 4B investors, those large-scale, institutional holders who operate at a level above the general public, have been quietly notified through their private banking channels to prepare for a liquidity event of historic proportions, confirming that the financial architects behind this reset have always envisioned the VND and IQD revaluations as a tandem event. The Central Bank of Iraq has maintained a deliberate and almost deafening public silence throughout this morning, but their private communications with the International Monetary Fund and the World Bank have been, according to our sources, a flurry of frantic, final stage coordination, ensuring that the transition for the dinar is seamless, instantaneous, and globally recognized upon its activation. The timeline for the Iraqi Dinar, which has felt like an endless cycle of hope and delay, has now been violently compressed by the actions of Vietnam, creating a tangible and urgent countdown that every holder can now feel in the very air they breathe. The question is no longer if, but when, and the when is now measured against the successful implementation of this first major revaluation. The global markets are watching the VND with hawk-like intensity, analyzing every minor fluctuation not for its own sake, but as a template for how the IQD event will unfold, looking for patterns in the rate stabilization, the liquidity release, and the international banking response. This real-world data is providing us with an invaluable live-action blueprint, allowing us to predict the sequence of events for the dinar with a level of confidence that was previously impossible. The so-called guru intel, often mired in speculation, has now been validated by hard transactional data, elevating the most accurate of these sources to a new level of credibility and allowing us to filter out the noise and focus solely on the confirmed, on-the-ground reports from within the banking system itself. The coordination is so precise, so meticulously planned, that it suggests a level of global financial cooperation that transcends individual governments and points towards an overarching goal of creating a more balanced and equitable global economic system, one where currency values reflect true purchasing power parity. For you, the dinar holder, this means the agonizing wait is in its final, most critical phase. The precedent has been set, the mechanism has been proven to work, and all eyes are now fixed on Baghdad, waiting for the signal that will unlock the economic potential of a nation and, in turn, transform the lives of its holders. The information is no longer speculative. It is a live feed from the front lines of a financial revolution, and we are positioned at the very epicenter of it. We are now standing at the precipice of a new dawn, a moment in financial history that will be studied and discussed for generations to come, and the actions you take in the next few hours will define your personal and financial future forever. The successful and stable revaluation of the Vietnamese Dong is the green light, the official starting pistol for the global currency reset, and it places the Iraqi Dinar squarely in the spotlight, poised for its own historic ascent. The new live rates are not just numbers on a screen. They are the keys to a future of financial freedom, the tools that will allow you to settle debts, fund generational wealth, and contribute to the rebuilding of nations in ways we have only ever dreamed of. But this window of opportunity, this singular moment of transition from the old system to the new, is incredibly fluid and will be breathtakingly short. The financial landscape is reorganizing itself in real time, and to navigate it successfully, you must have the most current, verified, and actionable information delivered directly to you the second it becomes available. The Redemption Center protocols are live, the exchange procedures are being finalized, and the entire global banking infrastructure is holding its breath for the imminent Iraqi Dinar announcement, which could come at any moment, day or night. This is why you must stay connected. You cannot afford to be on the outside looking in, relying on second-hand information or delayed reports when every second counts and every decimal point in the exchange rate translates into life-altering outcomes. The intelligence network we have built, with its sources deep inside the international banking system and the Redemption Center network, is your most critical asset right now, your early warning system and your guide through the most financially significant event of our lifetimes. We are committed to being your beacon of truth, cutting through the chaos and the misinformation to deliver only the organic, original, and confirmed data you need to make empowered decisions for yourself and your family. Therefore, this is not just a conclusion to a report. This is the most important call to action you will ever receive. If you have not already done so, you need to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell right now, because our next update could be the one we have all been waiting for, the official live announcement of the Iraqi Dinar revaluation. Do not let distraction or hesitation cost you this moment. Ensure you are first in line to receive this earth-shattering news the very second we break it. Furthermore, I need you to go down into the comment section right now and tell me what this moment means to you. Share your thoughts, your feelings, your readiness, because this community is a powerful force, and our collective energy and focus are part of what makes this journey so extraordinary. Stay locked on this channel, keep your devices close, and prepare yourself, because we are going live with the next update the very instant the Iraqi Dinar rate goes live. This is it. The wait is over. The future is now. Be ready.